Welcome back, NASCAR 2012 Reimagined. We are here at Texas for the 7th race of the season. Quick look down qualifying. And back up the board. Here we go. Brad Keselowski on pole. Plenty of fast cars near the start here. As we're getting to the point where many drivers that have had bad runs can't afford any more bad runs. But here we go. Green flag to kick off the race at Texas. Brad Keselowski, that inside lane with a good jump, see what he could do with it. '99, not the best start for Carl Edwards. He's going to be stuck top of 3. That's going to hurt a lot unless he can get down. I think Logano in the middle might not have a good run off the middle of the corner, so that's going to let Edwards in. Denny Hamlin moving down the track. Martin, a solid job for the 55 team. Get another good car out there. Clint Bowyer, who has been trying to get down, has finally been able to. That's going to lose a lot of spots as drivers try to get single filed out so they can start making passes. Again, all 3 Michael Waltrip's cars grouped up inside the top 10 here. 56 going way up as Brad Keselowski begins to get a bit of a lead here. Joe Gibbs Racing also all aboard here. Logano may have fell back a bit, but Denny Hamlin, Kyle Busch are hoping to start their moves up as the 11 looked a little high. Now he's going to start to lose a couple spots. Hamlin back a bit. You can see some battling even further back. Like McMurray is here on the low side. Landon Castle running solidly. Carl Edwards, Joey Logano still side by side. Can't seem to shake it off as Jimmy Johnson and Tony Raines round out the top 20. A lot of drivers that near the back trying to pick up some easy track position. So you see those slower cars utilizing the bottom to get where they need to be. Meanwhile, out front it's been these 4: Biffle, Keselowski, Harvick, Gordon. Whoa, we got tons of smoke down the back. Something happened. That's a caution. That's going to be a first of probably a lot here. Not sure. And caution's out for David Gilliland. What the hell? Just nowhere to go. See Blaney up high, then David Reagan, David Gilliland get into each other. Plenty of spinning. Michael McDowell, J.J. Yaley also involved. I like the helicopter view because it really shows like where everyone is. I think Montoya and Yaley, they get together in front of this group. Big hits for McDowell and Yaley. So, got some cars retiring. Got quite a bit of drivers on pit road. We have some, about, say, 4 of them stayed out. Clint Bowyer, first of the guys who stayed out. As J.J. Yaley on the track lap down. Trevor Bayne might have had some pit issues. He'll be a lap down. He looks like something might happen to him. Meanwhile, Kevin Harvick out of the race. Okay, something happened. Hang on. Something ain't stacking up. Yeah, Bane's issue is it looks like he got hit by Ambrose as Labonte and them tried to get into their pit stall. Oh, and Harvick coming out of his box, Logano going into his box. That just crunches the front of Harvick's car. Logano backs into his box, and that creates a giant stack up on pit road. That explains a lot. Wow. Harvick out. Gilliland and able to keep going. Yaley's a lap down. McDowell, Harvick out. The other two down there. So Clint Boyer going to lead this to green as Yaley has no speed. 49 car going back as everybody's trying to get to the outside there to pass Yaley. Everybody in line. They got to rely on Trevor Bayne to get something done, but I don't think they're going to do it. So back out front, it is battle for second. Jimmy Johnson, Travis Quapple. 93 car, actually. One of the ones who stayed out. Now they've got like the small group of those staying out trying to hold back the guys who pitted. Keselowski, Martin, they're both there. Well, Dale Earnhardt Jr. 88 has pretty solid through the first bit of this race. See what they do with it. Jimmy Johnson's trying to clear the 93. This battle of preferred line versus just better car. I think somebody has to directly make a move 3 wide into the corner if they want to get past the 93 as so you get a second yellow of a day here. Clint Boyer and the other caution. Yeah, this one looks like a lot happened back there, so we're going to take a look. Oh boy. Casey Mears is... That wasn't even Yaley's fault. Truex and Casey Mears get into each other. That goes right up the track and Truex goes over. Oh, Casey Mears gets a hard hit. Yaley's in it. There goes Labonte, David Gilliland. I'm not sure how much Reagan and Scott Riggs got into it, but Jesus. Like, I want to take specifically the left side of 13. Like, this is the impact he took. Walking up the track and just... God damn. Someone's upside down over there. That's Truex. Yaley's destroyed. That took out a lot of guys. Bane's also wrecked as well. Alright. Yeah, David Rigg and Scott Riggs are doing just fine. They're currently 33rd and 30th respectively. 34 cars still on track on the lead lap. We also have 21, 49, 38, 47, 56, 13 all out of the race. Biffle to lead the restart over Jeff Burton. Matt Kenseth is third, Kyle Busch sitting fourth, and Denny Hamlin rounding out top 5. Keep your eyes on how good Stremme and Cole Witt do on this start. We'll see if any of them are able to make ground. All right. Alright, guys. Let's go green again. .31 of Jeff Burton with a bad start. Everyone else is coming with speed. See how far the 31 falls, even losing a spot to the 30. Dale Jr., and that's going to be tricky off the corner. Everyone had to work together to kind of get through there. Cole Witt, top of 3, going into 1. 74, just kind of backing out of this one, not wanting any more of that bad deal. Kyle Busch on the offensive, really wanting to finish this race off with a good finish. Greg Biffle just having himself a legendary season so far. Jimmy Johnson trying to get things turned around with a finish here that it's all good. How far back are the slowest cars here? Everyone's still relatively fast. So, nothing really that bad going on here as we take a look at David Stremme running inside the top 10. That's a run that this team needs, as the 30 doesn't have the firepower to keep up with everyone else after suffering, especially after suffering that DNQ at Auto Club. Yeah, now everybody's here, slowly trying to reel Biffle in while making the pass on Kenseth. Kyle Busch definitely has it good. Denny Hamlin's still back there for 4th. Matt Kenseth holding the 3rd. See the top 10 still there. Biffle running this one good. I think you see some drivers trying to hold their position, but are slowly falling back. Meanwhile, Jimmy Johnson, Denny Hamlin side by side. This for 3rd. Jimmy Johnson clears for 3rd. Eric Almirola still hanging around there. I think Almirola up to 6 is AJ Allmendinger currently sitting 8th. A couple of guys you don't usually see up in the front very often, trying to slowly work their way up through the system. Yeah, Greg Biffle that's all he's got to work with right here is just making sure he keeps Kyle Busch exactly where he wants him, not winning this race. And Kyle Busch just praying to get a good finish, and he'd really want this win because he doesn't have the points to run with the playoff contenders. Honestly, Kyle Busch coming into this race 27th in points, he needs it. I think Kyle might be starting to fall back a bit. Jimmy Johnson might be coming at 48. Could be exactly the type of run Jimmy needs as well. Jimmy Johnson didn't have the best start to his season either, so he's definitely got a lot to prove here. Denny Hamlin in 4th place. Yeah, it's been about as solid as one can be to start the season. He has a couple missed hurdles, but the 11 has just been fine so far. And Eric Almirola in that 43 car, he is proving he can hang with the best of them, even if that team's glory days are well behind him. McMurray slowly getting into another good finish. The one car just kind of likes to sneak good finishes into his season. And if the top three are all right here, Jimmy Johnson goes low for second. Five-time champion Jimmy Johnson. Don't doubt him. He's going for it. Denny Hamlin is liking this side-by-side as he gets to close in for a spot. He might pass Kyle Busch as well. And in fact, he does. Kyle Busch back to fourth. Hamlin, Johnson, both going to be on the offensive to try to pass Biffle here. Still a green track. The slowest drivers among those leaders are, well, they won't be lapped for a while. Just looking at the standings back there. Denny Hamlin up to second. The 11 is running good. It's just all about catching that 16 because they might be tripping over themselves for second place before they can actually get to the leader. As you see, Jimmy Johnson wanting to make the pass just doesn't quite even looked but didn't take it. I think Jimmy, not sure what his game plan is. Jimmy definitely had the stones to take it there. He's up to second. And now Kyle Busch running on by. He's going to try to take both spots at once. Jimmy Johnson sitting there in second. He's probably going to need to defend from the 18 in a way. That's a good defense right there. 48 keeps second. Hamlin looking. He definitely throws it in there. And now what I want to see, Almirola and Kenseth, they're not that far away. Not sure if they'll contend, but they'll definitely be trying their damnedest to make their way back up there. Jimmy currently running pretty good where he is. About a third of a second. It's just when Biffle leads, it's hard to get to him. 16 has been one of the strongest cars this season. I'm looking at pretty consistent gap. Oh, Biffle might be planning a pit. Definitely arcing for pit road. I think he's going to bring in a couple guys with him, though, so a bit of green flag pit stops. Not sure if that's the mixed strategy coming into play or if that's just the beginning of it. I think other drivers might come in sooner rather than later. You know, Mark Martin, Casey Kane, this is for fourth on track. Kane trying to keep speed down there, but Martin able to outrun him. Kyle Busch comes in this time. Yeah, see guys like Kyle Busch. There's Cole Witt in 74. Remember, the strategy for staying out later is you're going to try and trap cars. Trapping drivers lap down on the green flag cycling is a strategy. So we'll see who's going to be able to do that. Nobody else wants to be on pit road, so they're going to actually run it longer than expected here. but they're losing time. Like looking at David Stremme just blow by Jimmy Johnson. That's time loss right there. Time loss from staying out longer. Almirola keeps second. Now Kane is third. No real battles on the track, just mainly just those who pitted now and those who pitted then. That puts us about 26 cars on the lead lap. That's not bad. But those guys who are on the offhand strategy, they need to basically hope that things go like their way. Who knows? I'm not sure if they can go all the way from when they made their last stop. So the different strategies definitely adds a interesting factor to this race. Jimmy Johnson and Eric Almirola run 1-2 right now. You see the 31 is trying. He's like has all the fresh stuff, so he's gonna come off pit road like blazing. Logano going up speed. I think Joey Logano pitted that time. You can see more drivers coming in, and I think that Jimmy Johnson signaling that this is his time as well. Jimmy and Eric both get in. Oh, they even make contact coming on the pit road. Those guys who are coming on and off pit road. Travis Kvapil led that lap. I thought he led it by barely any, but he actually did pretty well there. Jimmy hasn't crossed the stripe yet. Turns out longer pit road than I thought. '93 getting an important lead lap bonus there. Mark Martin coming off pit road at this point. He is lap 42. Biffle and Kenseth giving each other a bit of a race around each other. But Kyle Busch, Denny Hamlin, I think they had the better stops. It's going to be hard to figure out who's going to get this win here. I think Denny Hamlin, currently the leader here. Remember, 93 Travis Kvapil just coming off pit road. So that puts Hamlin up front in front of Kyle Busch. Biffle takes third. Matt Kenseth running fourth. Jimmy Johnson rounding out top five. So now, if you're Kyle Denny, you got Roush guys, you got Joe Gibbs guys. That's the runners here. And Kyle Busch isn't going to take this one lying down. As you see, this is going to kick up battle for a lead. Hamlin and Kyle Busch are going to go at it for this race. And so far, side by side, Kyle Busch has a foothold there. Yikes. Kyle Busch at 18. He's wanting this. Hamlin's going to have to figure out a way to get back. Maybe utilize those slipstream down the corner. Get in there. See what you've got. Remember, this team, Joe Gibbs Racing, they're going to try and battle this for each other, but they also have to watch out. They don't want to lose the race to the Roush guys, as we have a caution on the track. Yellow's out. Who's going to get back to the line? I think Denny Hamlin will lead back to the line. So throw away this current run, because it doesn't mean shit anymore. Someone's going to try something stupid. And I love me a good dose, a healthy dose, not an overdose, a healthy dose of stupid. Caution's out for Paul Menard. I think Brad Keselowski ran up on him so fast he didn't even bother checking up. Paul Menard checked up and Keselowski, damn, shit just happens, man. So Menard's going to get it back up to speed. 27. 27's running fine. Whoa, what the hell happened to 34? David Reagan showing it's his pleasure to AJ Allmendinger. Got no other explanation for that one. Meanwhile, every other car lined up on the lead lap. Well, except for David Stremme. Yeah, troubles for the 30 team. They just did not get it. They had something, but then they didn't. So everyone's staying out. Alright, 33 cars in the lead lap. Denny Hamlin out front of this restart. Kyle Busch on the attack. It's going to be 11 laps to go to the restart. So we'll see what's going to happen here. At the brake. And the launch. There they go. 30. Not a terrible launch, but still not preferred as Hamlin's able to get his line he wants. Kyle Busch able to go there as well. But 30's going to be kind of mixing it up with a lot of these guys, so good luck on that front. Jimmy Johnson not wasting time getting the fourth, but also has to deal with Stremme. That's going to be an issue here, but moves him up the track a little bit so he can get underneath. Just not able to have the speed he wants. Oh, maybe he does. Maybe the 30's not as fast. Here comes Kasey Kahne. The 5. They're 3 wide behind. Stremme in the wall. Big hit for David Stremme. Matt Kenseth getting a very unsatisfactory early there. He's getting held up a lot. That is rough sledding for the 17 team, who had it so good until they didn't. Other drivers kind of behind the wake of Stremme. They need to get down the track. Let that 30 car just run out there. Get them out and up out of the way. Meanwhile, battle for the lead. Kyle Busch, Denny Hamlin, Jimmy Johnson, the 48 moves to second. Moving around. Denny Hamlin still decently fast here, trying to get it back. Kasey Kahne in fourth. He's pushing along. Kyle Busch able to get good clearance there. Clint Bowyer has driven his way into the top 5. Eric Almirola here too. Plenty of pretty quick cars. Jimmy Johnson getting trained around the low side as Kasey Kahne moves to third. Bowyer, Kahne. That battle here. Late in this going. Eric Almirola sitting rare inside the top 5. He wants to have something to happen. Hamlin, he's not getting any favors from his competition here as Kahne wants to move right on up there. Kyle Busch still leads though. look at the 5. Running up. Boyer. Moving into 3rd. Hamlin falls back a bit. Casey Kane slowly inching up. He's got a run. 3 to go. Off the exit of turn 2, it's Casey Kane to the lead. No giving up here. Clint Boyer had a rough corner. Gonna let Kane pull away. Eric Almirola. Low-key having a good run. 3rd place. This is 2 to go. Don't think Boyer's going to have enough here. Especially with the battling with Almirola. That might not be enough to get Boyer up where he needs to be. Coming to the white flag. One more time around for the 5. So many drivers in the mid-pack searching for spots in the mid-teens. Clint Boyer, not going to be enough. Off of 4. Casey Kane will win at Texas. Kane ran a good race. All in all, well, there's a lot of drivers who fucked up in DNF, but others who made it work very solidly. That is all we have for this race. We will see you later. Take care.